So obviously we covered a fair bit of ground through that initial sort of the planning process itself. Tell us what were the sort of the top 2 or 3 things that had the biggest impact for you?
The biggest impact, I would say, the biggest light bulb moment was sort of, and maybe everybody says this, but going through that outgoing spreadsheet, when you're sort of putting down all of your different outgoings, what you're spending your money on each month, like food, Uber Eats, unfortunately, pubs, bars, restaurants. I think putting all that in black and white is actually quite an interesting process. Even little things like working out that, Netflix, Spotify, I've spent Lumery, which is a podcast platform. All of these little subscription services add up to a decent amount of money. And I think now we're very quick to spend, and you don't realize how much it all sort of accrues up over time. So, I thought that was quite an interesting thing. Looking down as well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But there was definitely some interesting moments of understanding where your money is actually going, which I would never have done before. I would have a gut feel, and a lot of the time your gut feel is completely wrong.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's always interesting to see it all on paper, and it's surprising that how something so that seems such a simple thing like doing a budget can cause you to really come to some realizations with how you are prioritizing your money. But it's easy. There are 2 parts of that. One, it's easy, this lifestyle creep that you get, that you add on a Netflix subscription or a Spotify premium, and then another thing and another thing and another thing. But then, in each moment you go, it's $12 or it's $15 or something like that. But then you look back and go, actually, I'm spending, hundreds of dollars on this every month. And you sort of get used to it. So I think it's good to, take stock of those expenses on an ongoing basis. Yeah. Just make sure that you're getting real value for money from them.
It's not to say that you have to get rid of those services or reduce your Netflix subscription, but it's just about the awareness of okay, cool. I'm actually, you think it, like you said, it creeps up. You're adding things here and there, and then all of a sudden it's $100, $200 a month or something like that. And it's just more about awareness and education.
Yeah, I know for me that, and the other part of it is, and you know this working in tech, but these companies make it so easy for you to spend.
No, we don't.
Well, I'd say you guys are pretty clear from your side. But if you think of something like an Uber, it's like you're pressing buttons and you don't see anything, and you link your cards up, and it's not like you're having to take money out of your pocket and pay for a taxi or take your card out and do that. And I know, for me personally, when this is years ago, but when Uber came out, that I linked everything up, and then I was catching Ubers all the time. It was only when they started doing the reporting, because on the business plans that they have a monthly report that they send out, and I was spending like $300 or $400 a month on Ubers, and I was just like, I live 30 minutes walk from the city. I should really just not be lazy and just walk. And really, it's again going back to priorities, that if I say I'd rather have $400 a month to put in a travel budget or in a savings account or investment account or something like that, but because it is so easy, that's it. It's so easy.
You're a little bit oblivious, and you're a little bit oblivious as you go through that. I was the same with Uber, actually. I was probably a year ago, I ended up buying a Vespa to try and to curb some of that. But just Uber all the time, just not necessarily lazy, just probably lazy. Just Uber here, Uber there, not thinking. And then over a weekend or a midweek or something like that, you're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. It is very, very easily done.